Okay, so here we are back at assets. We're going to go next for liabilities. Now in this instance, Ben and Eileen have got a mortgage. They have got a credit card, and they've actually got an overdraft. Okay, so I've dropped down 3 of those, and as you can see, they've just neatly dropped down on the page, and I'm going to go through and put their existing mortgage in. Now I've put in the limit, which doesn't always print off the application form, so the balance is the one that's the most important. So I've got $100,000 they owe on that mortgage. The monthly payment, if you know it, pop it in. If you don't, leave it out. Loan purpose, 2 to choose from, always probably going to be personal. Now that's important now that we go over and choose the security for that liability. Okay, now if Ben and Eileen had a number of properties with one lot of lending that you were indicating here, then you would choose all the securities, but in this instance we're just going to choose Linwood Ave because that's all we've got. And then of course we don't have to worry about this arrears over here because they're blue and they're just for Liberty, and we can clearly see that as we've dropped down that liability, the ownership has gone ultimately to 100% to Ben, which is great. Okay, here we are at the secured loan. Now the loan types in here, we've only got credit card, hire purchase, personal loan, store card and student loan. No overdraft here. So if this was an overdraft, you could probably put just in the description of the lender. So in this case they have got an ASB overdraft. Okay, so that's going to print off the application form, and then leave your loan type blank. It doesn't actually matter. So they've got a $5,000 overdraft, which they've got a $1,000 balance on. I'm not sure of the payment, and of course coming down we put personal. Again, we don't have to worry about the arrears. Now I'm just going to demonstrate here, back up in the liability, the mortgage liability. If this was a refinance, you could have the option of picking refinance here, and when you do that it will come across the full amount, but you can actually change that just to however much you want. That does add up when we get to the loan purpose page. Okay, but because I haven't indicated that this is a refinance, then we don't have to tick that button. Okay, so if you ever have a question around how that refinance button works, that to be paid out, please call me. The only other liability they've got is a credit card. We'll pop that in here, and of course we have got the loan type as credit card. The limit $5,000, and they've only got $60 on that, and personal. Great, that's all the liabilities, and then we can go straight to the expense budget.